From Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx, we've got an AL East contest tonight between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. It's Yankees baseball, and it comes your way next. Jordan Montgomery will be the starter in this one for the Yankees. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Really like this guy. He reminds me a lot of Andy Pettit, left-hander from the University of South Carolina. Not an overpowering fastball, kind of like Andy Pettit. Low to mid-90s fastball, good curveball. His secondary pitches he needs to improve on a little bit, but this guy has a bright future. Quality arm from the left side.
Fouled off.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Weak roller right side. He's got it. Throw to first is in time for the first out. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I think Bobby Dahlbeck is a guy we really need to focus in on. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Christian Arroyo. And he puts it on the ground to second. And that finds its way into center for a one-out base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes, even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one. Lifetime versus this pitcher, he's had success 6 for 14. 0-1, here it comes. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. Back goes Stanton at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And this throw gets away from him.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
2 down with a runner at first, and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. He's set, and the pitch. He swings and sends a bullet to right field, and that's in there, base hit. He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
Here's J.D. Martinez. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Judge is on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Boston strands a couple. Sox 0. Yanks coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball, the show. Rich Hill, a left-hander from Massachusetts, will be doing the starting pitching here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, man, we're going to get a chance to look at a good veteran pitcher here. This guy's been around the block a few times, but one of the things he does, he still competes at a high level, and he's never stopped trying to learn how to be a good pitcher.
So now up steps Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Yankees, the shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Now the pitch. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. The 0-1 delivery. Laid off, but a called strike as that caught the outside.
He knows his strengths and weaknesses at the plate. He knows he has a cold zone away. But the bottom line is this pitcher has been able to execute to that spot. If he misses over the heart of the plate, this guy's still going to be ready.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here's another 0-2. Popped up. Dahlbeck is there. Makes the play. One away.
Batting second.
With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Danny, any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on DJ LeMahieu. This guy put together one of those ridiculous seasons last year. His numbers were off the chart, and he hit everything. Breaking balls, changeups, splits. The league couldn't figure him out, and he went berserk on the whole year. Consistent from April till October. Amazing season.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Whoa, that's a drag. Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. Hard hit ball to second. Beautiful diving stop. The throw. What a way to get it out. 2 gone now. That was exceptional.
Third, the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. Fouled away. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he misses with it. 1-1. Outside. 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Yankees come up empty. We've played an inning in the Bronx. No score here on the show. Striding in for Boston, Bobby Dahlbeck. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
First baseman, Bobby Dahlbeck.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. High in the air and deep to left center field. Hicks going back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
That is 7. The catcher.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki, sent out to straightaway center field. Hicks is right there, and there's the second out of the inning.
Batting 8th, the designated hitter, Kike Hernandez.
So 2 out, nobody on. And that means the plug-and-play utility man, Kike Hernandez, will bat next. First pitch on its way. As he rips it on the ground to second. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Wow, I think he took it for granted there a bit. Probably thought he had it in the bag, and he just lost concentration for a minute. Now his pitcher has to pick him up with 2 outs.
To the plate now, Jarren Duran, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw over to LeMahieu at second, and that'll do it. 1 left for the Red Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
And now the first pitch. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. The windup and the 0-1. A bouncer up the middle. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
The first base.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. And guys, let's take a look at Rafael Devers. Got rushed to the big league super quick because the guy could flat rake. Defense has lagged a little bit behind. Had some throwing issues early, but working on his craft and continuing to get better every year.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. The first pitch is hit pretty well out to right. Verdugo looks up. Gone! A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
You know, D-Row, you're not afforded as many mistakes when you're not throwing that ball in the 90s or above, and this guy needs to be real fine with his location.
You know, Dan, that's just a great swing by that hitter right there, because when you see low velocity, a guy out on the mound that's not going to blow the heater by you, maybe sometimes you expand the zone. Not the case right there. He set him up. He wanted something over the heart of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Yankees lead this 1-0 here in inning number 2. Way inside with that one, a pretty easy take there.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Just off the end of the bat, it's a foul ball, and he'll stick around. Another one sent foul.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
He'll try again, 1-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Hey, this has been an epic at-bat right here. I don't blame the pitcher for a little nibbling right there. Maybe get a swing and a miss. He didn't bite on that one, so now we go full count.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Standing in now, Aaron Hicks. As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. He'll try to make something happen with two gone in the bottom of the second. The 0-1 on its way. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
And it's fouled away. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. 2 out, nobody on. And he fouls this one off. Now the pitch. Oh, that grounder got him. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg. And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
The 1-1.
Nope, outside.
Hicks is off at first with 2 away. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Yankees are off and running early thanks to the solo home run. We've played 2. Now 1-0 Yanks. Top of the third set to get underway, and that brings up the outfielder Alex Verdugo. First pitch on the way as he swings and grounds it toward the hole. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Next up for the Red Sox, Christian Arroyo, a base hit in his first trip. Now here's the pitch. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
And that's the second out.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
So the next to bat will be Xander Bogaerts. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Now here's the pitch. High in the air and deep to left center field. Hicks going back at the track. And a long run, but he's there to track it down. Nice range, and the side is retired. Takes just 4 pitches to retire the Red Sox. They're down 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and now it'll be the catcher, Kyle Higashioka.
The catcher, Kyle Higashioka.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And he powers a cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ready with another 0-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
At the plate, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 1-0 home.
Inside, ball 2.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, 2-2 now. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Next for New York, DJ LeMahieu. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. And Bogaerts will make the catch for the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers, but they're up 1-0. All set for the start of the 4th, and next will be the imposing power bat, Rafael Devers. First delivery to him. And right into the shift. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting.
So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And you can see the top 2 speeds there, a 4-mile-an-hour differential for the 2 starters from 94 down to 90. So 1 out and nobody aboard, and that'll bring up the dangerous bat of J.D. Martinez. And now the first pitch. what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
Not an easy thing to do to fill up the strike zone and be successful doing it. How about this guy so far in this one? 100% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
That's not an at-bat he or his hitting coach are going to be happy with at all. It's bad enough to go down on 3 pitches, but none of them were even in the strike zone. That's a bad look.
That'll bring up Bobby Dahlbeck as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
He's right there. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Red Sox. They still trail 1-0. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And digging in is the big-time power threat, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Rookie season, I was undrafted. Second year, took a leave of absence. By year 3, I was back at it. Went from practice squad to the team captain. Your high score.
Now the first pitch. Back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. No balls and a strike to count. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled away.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Here's another 1-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Barehanded for 1. Back to first, and they'll take care of Stanton as well. It's a double play.
We don't get to see the glove tossing up, but boy, it can really help save some time, and it looks good to boot. That's smooth.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Yankees. But they're on top 1-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager, and he mentioned they need to show a lot more patience with their at-bats moving forward. He said that although he's not against swinging at the first pitch, today they're doing so way too often and at well-executed pitches. As a result, 6 of their at-bats have resulted in outs on just the first pitch.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And now here is Kevin Plawecki. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Here's the pitch. As he'll fall behind here as he goes after a fastball that might have been out of the zone. It's strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
1-2 to the Red Sox catcher. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Always we know. Just some things we show.
Into the box now, Kike Hernandez. As with one away, he won't catch up with the fastball, and it's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the 0-1. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot that time for Kike Hernandez. And with it, the Red Sox have tied it at 1.
Well, it took long enough, but they're finally on the board. We might look back at this shot as a spark they needed to make their bats come alive. Then again, it might just be a blip on the radar. We'll see how the rest of the game unfolds.
At the plate now, Jarren Duran.
The center fielder, Jarren.
He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. Alex Verdugo digging in now. Here's a blooper out toward left center. And Donaldson will put this away, and that retires the side. But the Red Sox tie things up on the solo homer. Bottom of the 5th coming up, all even at 1 apiece. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Here's the first pitch to him. And it's fouled away. Tough to do much with that one. A swing and a miss.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Another 0-2 coming. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth, with a punch-out, one away.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
Stepping in now, Aaron Hicks. As the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike one.
Hey, he's rolling so far in this one as we head into middle part of this game. How about 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes? If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Gleyber Torres.
In now is the Yankees DH, Gleyber Torres. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Now to the plate, here is Christian Arroyo. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
The second baseman, Christian Arroyo.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, and he shoots it into center field for a leadoff single.
Now batting, shortstop, Xander Bogart.
And that brings in Xander Bogaerts. Base hit, line drive into the corner. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Here now is Rafael Devers.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
And that is into center field as he comes through. It's a base hit. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Hey, even though we're in the middle of this one here, D-Roll, that's a big base hit and 2 RBIs to boot.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to come, Dan, but when you see runners in scoring position, you're up to the plate, your eyes light up, and you have to come through for the team. Great at bat right there.
Digging in next, J.D. Martinez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch on its way. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. Just 5 innings of work for him here as he really never found his rhythm in this one. Wandy Peralta takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
The first baseman, Bobby.
So now to the plate, Bobby Dahlbeck hit down the third baseline. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. And definitely worth another look with our show track data. Great reaction from the hot corner to make the backhand stop, and then he unleashes that very strong throw while in the air all the way across the diamond. He's going to be smiling about that one. Into the box, Kevin Plawecki.
He swings, and it's a line drive to left center.
Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the second out.
The batter, number 5, designated hitter,
2 men are gone now in the Boston half of the 6th, and that means the plug-and-play utility man Kike Hernandez will bat next. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. He grounds it sharply to third. Donaldson's there. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. So they score 4 times on 4 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Yankees 1. Digging in now for the Yankees, Kyle Higashioka. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, they're definitely just not having consistent quality ABs. The game plan they had coming in hasn't worked, and I'm interested to see if they're willing to change it up a little bit.
First delivery to him. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Offensive game plan needs to change right here. They need to get a little bit more aggressive. It's too late to try and work counts.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And now a pitch on the way. Hit hard up the middle. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealing with a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
To the plate now, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa as he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. Playable for Verdugo, and there's one gone.
now batting, the second baseman, DJ.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
I know it's cliche and it's tired at times, but a well-located fastball down at the knees is still the best pitch in the game.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
You know, pitching isn't always about throwing strikes. Sometimes you just need to make sure your opponent isn't too comfortable up there. And that's just what he did right there. Busted him inside with good hard stuff.
Here now the 2-2. Now a flare out to left center. Bogarts ranging into the outfield, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out.
Oh, man, I don't know how that happened. Looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in and they get the force on the plate. To be honest, that just can't happen.
Rookie season, I was undrafted. Second year, took a leave of absence by year 3. Back at it, went from practice squad to the team captain.
Here's big Aaron Judge. Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball here, 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hit out towards second. Arroyo's got it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. The Yanks lead 1. They're down 5-1. New inning set to get underway, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Jarren Duran.
Jarren Duran.
First pitch of the AB now, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Sent on the ground out to second, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The right fielder, number 99, Alex Verdugo.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Skied into straightaway right. Judge is under this one. 2 gone.
Now batting, second baseman, Christian Arroyo.
So now into the box is Christian Arroyo. So far 2 for 3 in this one. And now the first pitch. Lifted in the air to center. Hicks is under it. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Giancarlo Stanton now. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
My class got lights, fresh like this on site. Press on the key for this pride. Many years over this pride. Aye. Diamonds, flashing, iron, twerking, Henny, sipping, iron, blue. Backwards, rolling, iron, blue. Got me, sipping, iron, blue. Diamonds, flashing, iron, twerking, Henny, sipping, iron, blue.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In there for strike 1. And that one yanked just foul.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Standing in now, Anthony Rizzo. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here, no balls and a strike.
What a performance so far. Throwing first pitch strikes to 90% of the batters. It's hard to get any better than that.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. Solo shot to right center. His 2nd home run of the game, and it's now a 5-2 game.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Up next to me, the third baseman.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to be all for our starter, Rich Hill. So he'll leave here with 1 out in the 7th as he now hopes the bullpen can go ahead and get him the W. Hirokazu Sawamura takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame. Josh Donaldson digging in now as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now. Really tied him up on that one.
Yikes, he kind of looked clueless on that swing right there, Matt. If I'm pitching, I'm going right back to that same pitch.
Verdugo will come in a bit and put it away for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Now to the plate, Aaron Hicks. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike 1.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
The 1-1, and he fouls this one off. A little bouncer. Two runs, 5 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hicks now.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
He's set. Here's the 2-2.
You know, you don't always have to straight challenge a guy on a 3-2 count. With the 3-run lead, no one on base, this is the perfect situation to do it. No reason to nibble and possibly set up a big inning.
fouled off. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swung on and driven to right, and no doubt about it. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo shot here to straightaway right field, and it's a 5-3 game now. We're watching an impressive power display today. With that one, these two teams have now hit a combined 5 homers in this game.
Yeah, hey, Matty V, this big ballpark in the Bronx has that short porch in right field, D-Row. But you can hit the ball out of just about any part of this ballpark.
Yeah, this place plays sneaky small. I know it's got big gaps, but right field is so juicy. As a right-handed hitter, you don't feel like you have to cheat. Not surprised by what we saw today.
Swing and a liner. Martinez gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. 8th inning coming up. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Yankees 3. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring up the shortstop and one of the better 2-strike hitters in baseball, Xander Bogaerts. First pitch on its way. Now, oh my, this ball is crushed. Look at it go! Into the second deck and gone! It's a solo shot for Xander Bogaerts, and it's now 6-3.
Every run helps late in the game. And with this one on the board, they're now up 3 and only need 6 outs to end it. They've got a little room for error, and I'm sure they'd like to add to that even more if they can.
Now batting, third baseman,
Rafael Devers, the next to bat. This one is smashed down the right field line. That's going to stay fair, and it's going to be back-to-back home runs. It's a solo home run for Rafael Devers, as it is now 7-3.
Yeah, and that home run is an absolute backbreaker. You still have some baseball left to play here, but with the 4-run lead, it could be a non-save situation. So they might get the rest of their closer the rest of the day. 4 runs feels awfully good.
Clay Holmes is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out. And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez. Swing and a liner, but this is foul for the first strike. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
Well, as a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both lineups for doing absolute damage today. One of the most fun watches of the year.
You know, D-Row, what this shows me is this new age way of guys going up there, and they're swinging hard. You need to make good pitches, quality pitches. If you don't have command of the fastball, you're in for a long day, and we saw that here this afternoon, a ball flying out at near record pace.
Bobby Dahlbeck.
In now, Bobby Dahlbeck. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. It could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up.
Skied into straightaway right. Judge is under it. 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Kevin Plawecki.
Now at the plate is Kevin Plawecki. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
And right away he chases a fastball. Not the best effort there, and it's strike 1. Weak grounder down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Red Sox are out in front, 7-3. Jake Diekman is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of the inning now, and up to bat next, it'll be the catcher, Kyle Higashioka.
Hey, this is where you go up there and you just focus on doing your job. Turn the scoreboard off in your head. I know you're down a lot, but you have to have one quality at bat followed by another quality at bat. Don't give any outs away. No ABs go unnoticed right here.
0-1 the count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Here's the 0-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys on this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starters. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Into the box now, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. No balls and 1 strike. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And that misses. 1-1. Pitch on the way. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Up next to the Yankees, the second baseman.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
But a big shot, my form bad, but a good shot. I need 30 to travel. The flight alone was a 10 spot. We don't do base models. I poured off in the big boy. I'm in my zone.
He's set. Here it comes. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Deficit holds at 4. It's 7-3. Now the Red Sox DH, Kike Hernandez. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First offering on its way. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Around first, he's digging for second. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And a good way to start the ninth as he's in with a leadoff double.
Well, when you're hitting the ball as well as he is, every time you swing the bat, you're thinking the ball's leaving the ballpark. He had a home run last time, and he almost had another one here. Nothing wrong with a double off the wall, though.
Stepping in now, Jarren Duran grounded down the third baseline. He grounded out last time up. This is on the ground over to first. Rizzo is there, and it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
Right fielder, Alex Verdugo.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Alex Verdugo. He flew out in his last AB.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another fly out wouldn't be all that bad. If he can get it deep enough, he should be able to drive in a nice run with a sac fly.
And there's out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Christian Arroyo.
Next to hit is Christian Arroyo, runner in scoring position with two gone. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Lifted in the air out to left field. Stanton has a read on it. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. Red Sox leave one. They hang on to a 7-3 lead. Matt Barnes takes the mound here. Not a save situation, of course, because of the big lead, but he'll try to finish it out nonetheless. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And digging in is the outfielder, Aaron Judge.
Down by a bunch here, and what makes it even more difficult, they're facing the closer. Not going to be an easy task trying to tie this one or go ahead here at home.
Verdugo is there, and he's got that all-important first out here to start the ninth.
The batter, the left fielder, Giancarlo.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. Career numbers against Matt Barnes, he's 1 for 2. From the stretch, Barnes is about as stingy as they come in terms of a bullpen arm. He's proven very difficult to hit, and it's a rarer thing still to see multiple hits against him.
Yeah, Matty V, and you wonder why it's so hard to score off of this guy. He's nearly impossible to get 3 or 4 hits in an inning to score a run. He keeps his walks per 9 innings really down, and you look at his hits per 9 innings pitch, it's no wonder why this guy's one of the top relievers in the game right now.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
He stays alive, still 2-2. Now here's the pitch. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Anthony Rizzo gets another chance at the plate here as we look back at both of his home runs in this one, the second coming back in the 7th. Here's the first pitch to him. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. No swing on the knuckle curve, even at 1-1. Now here's the pitch. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Last chance for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
And tonight's final, 7-3. The Boston Red Sox get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Rich Hill takes home the win. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Clean up base, pick up the pace. I'm out of chase, money in case. Clean up base. Got a call for it if you got it. Going live, good at the show. Pick up the pace. 2 scene ain't enough. 4 top team is us. Man on first, on second, on third. I'ma have to clean it up. I done went yard, that ball gone. Now alien beamed it up. Man contract, they want me back. I'ma have to green it up.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 7 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Yankees, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Yankee Stadium, 47,309. The Yankees and Red Sox, thank you for your patronage. Have a great evening.
Keep your body clean, you got a lot of some of your body clean, you don't really want to mess with them clowns, you come up with them clowns, you stuck with them clowns,